we had the kind of team where we had a really good quarterback, and we wanted to have skill guys that they couldn't guard. So we had two that were really, really good, Mechie and Jamo, and they both got hurt. So now we were playing with guys that typically didn't have to play at those positions. So the lesson to be learned, whereas there were three guys, and I'm not calling out any names, that basically didn't do the things they needed to do throughout the season, because they were frustrated with their circumstance. And this is a story that you should take back to your team so players understand this. So they're frustrated with their circumstance because they're not playing as much as they want to. They're outcome oriented. They want to worry about how many balls they catch or how much playing time they get or whatever it is. So they don't focus every day on being a complete player at their position, and they don't work and practice and prepare for the games because they say to themselves, why should I do this? I'm not going to play anyway. So we had three guys. They all had a significant role in the national championship game, and not one of them, not one, could take advantage of the opportunity that they had, because they never ground through it. They never made themselves the best player they can be, and when they got the opportunity, they couldn't do it. It's a lesson for everybody. What comes first? Playing time or making sure that you're ready to play and create value for yourself when you get the opportunity?
All right, good morning. Good morning. Man, let's move. Great day creators, not great day watch happeners. Great day creators. Let's get down to business. You know, how do you learn and grow from failure? Here's kind of a formula that I go through. First, own it. And it requires some self-awareness. To be truthful with yourself, man, what you did, what you didn't do. People that lack self-awareness have a tough time working within the framework of something with others. And man, we are a communal society. This is the ultimate team game. And you can't take a step until you're willing to engage and interact and work with others. You gotta be in a certain place before you're able to absorb that and fully engage and participate in that, and I challenge your ass to do so.
I think you get mental toughness because things are hard. You know, and you got to embrace hard. I think that's true in your life. I think it's true in football. You know, tough times make hard people. Easy times make soft people. It's no different in football. You know, if it's hard, you got to embrace hard. I have no problem with our players and how they embraced hard in this game. They showed tremendous mental toughness and resiliency to play through, you know, what they had to play through to win the game. We didn't execute like we wanted to, but you can't fault the mental toughness. It was tough circumstances, tough crowd, very hot. You know, we got guys getting cramps and not able to finish the game in some cases. So, you know, I don't question the mental toughness. Now, you ask me, can you develop that? I think you develop it because people are in difficult circumstances and they learn how to overcome them. I don't think you can develop it if you don't have difficult circumstances, because you got to learn how to overcome things that are hard. The most important thing is mindset. Your mindset. Your mindset. And you know how you get the right mindset? Is first of all, you have to have a vision for what you want to accomplish. Is everybody paying attention to me? You should be looking at me right now. A vision for what you want to accomplish. Now, some people want to climb Mount Everest. That's okay. If that's what you want to do and that's your vision, that's okay. Some other guy will spend 1,000 hours taking 1/10 of a second off his 400-meter time so he can win a gold medal in the Olympics. That's okay. That's his vision. I really don't care what your vision is, but you got to have one. You got to know what you want to do. It's got to be important to you. You got to commit to it. Because the second thing is there's going to be a process of things that you have to do to be able to accomplish that vision. So if you want to be a good student in school, if that's your vision, I want to make straight A's. Well, there's a certain amount of studying, preparation, working that's going to go with your ability to make these A's. If I want to say I want to lose 20 pounds, I'm going to be on a diet. That's my vision. Is that right?
So there's 1,000 diets out there that I can get on that'll define a process for me to lose 20 pounds. Slim Fast. Is that right? That's right. The third thing you have to be able to do, which is the most important and where most people fail, at climbing Mount Everest, winning a gold medal in the Olympics, losing 20 pounds. The third thing is you have to have the discipline to execute every day. You know what you want to do, you know what you got to do it. But can you have the discipline to execute it every day? Now, what is discipline? Doing what you're supposed to do, when you're supposed to do it, the way it's supposed to get done. Dad tells you to cut the grass. There's a way to do it. There's a time to do it. That's what you got to do. Time to study. But I'm going to ask you another question, all right, because you can all relate to this, because this is what I tell our players discipline is. Here's something that you know you're supposed to do. Your mom tells you to clean up your room. That's something you're supposed to do. You don't want to do it. Like sometimes you got to study. You don't really want to do it. Sometimes coach says we got to run sprints. You don't really want to do it. But you know you're supposed to do it. You don't want to do it. Can you make yourself do it? That's discipline. If you think that not confronting people who don't do the right things is helping your organization, you're absolutely wrong. You're absolutely wrong. You lose respect of the person who knows they're not doing it right, and you're not confronting them, and you lose respect of all the people who see it happen, and you don't say anything about it. And this is one of the biggest things that I have to deal with our coaching staff. They want to be friends with the players. They want to be buddies. But if you don't make them do right, and you don't make them do the right things, on and off the field, doesn't matter, you're going to lose their respect.